So, so quickly tell you what we do at Shiprocket. I think during lunch someone told me everyone is looking for you guys in general. But overall, at Shiprocket, we are trying to simplify direct commerce. So what direct commerce is, any order where you have a one-on-one relationship with your consumer. Uh, Generally, it comes outside of marketplace platforms, quick commerce platforms, is where Shiprocket is focusing on. We are at this point trying to build tools so that all direct commerce sellers have access to deliver great services to their customers. So in general, we operate in these three. We are known for shipping and fulfillment. We started a new service called Shiprocket Quick, which enables like 2-hour delivery in the same city. We also have a vertical in cross-border. So this is enabling you to sell across 200 countries. So you can get your order from your website, from Amazon, from eBay. And the last one is the most interesting one, where we are going to spend most of our time today, is on MarTech platform. So in MarTech, at Shiprocket, we are focusing mostly on building tools that can help you increase your conversion. So quickly, in terms of scale, so at Shiprocket, we have worked with almost 250,000 sellers. We power almost 200 million transactions a year. So around 5% of India e-commerce goes through us. So overall, India has around $70 billion of e-commerce. Direct commerce is roughly around 10-12% of it, so around $8 to $10 billion. And we power around 3.5. So around 35-40% of direct commerce is going through us. Now, comparable number for direct commerce in the US. So India has roughly 40,000 Shopify stores. If you add WooCommerce, Wix, and Dukaan and all the other platforms where you can build your own website, around 70,000 sellers are selling through websites to their customer. A comparable number in the US is around 1 million Shopify sellers. So direct commerce contribute to almost 40 to 45% of total e-commerce in a mature market. So again, what we are trying to do is we want to build tools that can help you, sell directly to the customers, build one-on-one relationship. So the agenda, which I'm going to cover. So what have we learned by servicing, almost 100,000 brands? What are the trends in the market? Ideally, what is the checklist for you if you want to sell directly to the customers? And some of the things that we have built in terms of helping you guys to service this. So yeah. So the first thing, if I'm buying anything on a marketplace, I generally see, EDD, which is estimated delivery timeline, on the product that I'm buying. And if I'm buying on D2C platform or website, that date is not available to me. So the first thing that I'll urge everyone who's selling online is stop playing the guessing game for the customer. He generally does not know when the product is going to come, and a lot of time he just sees the product on your website and moves that transaction, to the marketplace. So you have to pay twice the toll tax, first to your marketing partner and then to the marketplace. So other information so in Amazon you would see there is a widget that generally has a lot of information. So what is the return policy? What is these kind of things generally help you enhance the trust for the customer. So at Shiprocket, we built something called Shiprocket Promise. So this is a simple widget that you can add onto your Shopify website within 2 minutes. And this widget powers an estimated delivery date. This is backed by Shiprocket data. So if you ship with us, we know the PIN code of the customer, where we are going to pick. We know which delivery partner you have chosen. Is it air? Is it surface? And that date is delivered to the customer right in front of him. we also take care of like small nudges, like, if your pickup guy, say, comes at 2 o'clock, and if the order is placed say, at 10 o'clock in the morning, we know that this order can be picked up today with the padding that you can put. And if it comes at 6, we know that the order is going to get picked tomorrow. Other things like, if a specific city like has, say, Durga Puja in Kolkata, the delivery timeline will definitely change. So all of that is power to the customer real time whenever he's making the purchase decision. And other things like, whether this delivery will be guaranteed or not, transaction is secure. So all these questions are there in front of the customer. In fact, on all the chat application that you will have on your website, the most important question that we have seen is like, if I order now, when will I get it? That's what the customers are generally asking. You can put this on your website, you can design it, you can change it. There is a lot of flexibility. It's a 2-minute exercise. So that's what. The second biggest interesting insight that we have seen is, like, customers are not only buying from your website, they are also buying from other channels like chat or something like that. There are almost 2.5 billion people who are using messaging apps. In fact, most of us do spend more time on the messaging app versus, say, any other browser or something like that. So in a country like Vietnam, where there is almost 50% of transaction happening on conversational commerce, there are like, and what you need to do is you need to be present omni-channel, which is you need to engage with the customer not only on website, you need to engage with them on email, SMS, WhatsApp, wherever he is present. So, and this is, from large customers, what we have understood, that spending all of your dollars, on performance like Google, Meta, like, is not going to give you a profitable business. The key to profitability is ensuring that you have a lot of repeat purchase. Repeat buying is critical. And how do you get repeat is like by keep on constantly engaging with your existing customer. You try to retain them, So 3 buckets on this, like re-engaging and build your brand, omni-challenge, reach out to customers across various things, and contextual conversations, specifically like, if the customer is like a power user, if the customer is, a discount shopper, how do you communicate in the language that he or she understands so that we get the transactions? So again, we kind of built a product called Engage 360, so engaging with the customer at different stages, like pre-order, like, we have a RTO suite, we send messages, on tracking where the order is. You can also use a chatbot to ensure, automatic replies. There is, during festive time, you'd want to broadcast, tell about your sale events. It is omni-channel, so there are a lot of meta guidelines that have come that you can't reach out to customers so frequently on WhatsApp. So it's very critical for brands to be omni-channel. So not only WhatsApp, you can also, from the same tool, do email, SMS. And on-site is very interesting. These are many apps on your website that can pop up and also, push customer to transact. And the last thing is like on insight. So as, the previous speakers were speaking about data, how do we give power of Shiprocket data, and help you generate more and more transactions? So the goal is to get like 50% more repeat purchase, reduce your RTO, 2 times more conversion, and higher ROAS. So what we have done differently than most of the products in the market, we have focused on leveraging Shiprocket data. So Shiprocket का data का तड़का कैसे लगाया हमने? So we built 4 products. Like, I'll cover 4 specific features of the product. One is on RTO suite, which is something called Magic On-Site, which helps customer turning visitors into customers. The third thing is omni-channel. So how do you use conversational commerce to increase your transaction? And the last thing is, AI-powered segments. So these are segments like weekend buyers. So you want to reach to customers only on weekends. You don't want to reach them, with other customers. So this is, you know the RTO suite. So basically, if you have any order with customer details, order details, addresses, at Shiprocket using data, what we are able to do is we are able to identify an RTO score. So what the RTO score says is, what is the chances of this order getting RTO'd? So a higher score, a lot of our clients would generally try and call that customer to make sure whether the order is genuine or fraud. This helps reduce a lot of losses. So again, this is powered by a lot of data. We have seen significant improvement in RTO rates, almost 25 to 30% drop in RTO rates. So, and now along with this, we also reduce RTO by actually engaging with the customer. We try and send them notifications about where the order is. If the address is incorrect, we try and prompt them to update the address. There are also nudges to convert a COD order to prepaid. And all of this is happening on WhatsApp. Recently, we have also done is converted this tool into an AI-powered chatbot. So, all the questions, specifically if it's around logistics, where is my order, when will I get the order, all of them is answered directly by a bot. So you don't need to figure out anything about the order. The bot answers the question immediately. The second one, which is, we call it Magic Onsite. So this is a mini app when a customers come to your website using the Shiprocket network data, we are able to pre-fill his credentials. Now, a lot of people don't like to type on the mobile device. It's not designed as a form factor where people like to type. So what we do is kind of autofill this data, and your subscription rate on website, increases by almost 250%. So if 10 users were signing up for your out of 100, before this, on the pop-up, just most of the brands generally do, that number goes from 10 to around 25 to 30. This is very interesting. One of our brands are using it right now. Strongly urge to use this kind of things. Anything that we are designing it for the mobile-first customer. Most of the traffic is coming from the mobile device to all the users. And this is very interesting. What we have done is, this is in beta still. But if you guys are using a phone, I'll urge you guys to scan this QR code and write a hi. So what we do is, if you want to sell directly to the customer, don't want them to land on your website, or if you have a couple of hero products, once you have a customer, again, with his permission, we are able to identify the address. So again, it's a 3-click driven order. You don't need to ask the customer for address, anything. All the order is placed directly from this thing. So this address that you see is auto-filled again, based on our intelligence. I don't have more time, just covering the last thing. Yeah, and the last one is what we have done is, if you have, say, a database of 100,000 users, 200,000, 1 million, or whatever, what we do is, based on the transaction behavior on our network, we figure out what type of customer he is. Is he a value shopper, a weekend shopper, premium buyer, prepaid buyer, low risk, As you color your data more and more, data is the new oil, you are able to target this customer better. So on your data, if we put these tags, you can target the customer with the right messaging, and definitely gives the right cohort. And the last thing is that most of us have seen is the D2C checkout is broken. I think most of us have moved to different checkouts like Go Quick, Shopflow. We also have a checkout called Shiprocket Checkout. But the initial checkout issue was around 50% of the people are not filling up the form, they're abandoning the cart. Around 10% of them drop off due to various other reasons. So we built a checkout solution. This is almost like a 15-second checkout for any of your orders. Again, designed for the mobile form, no need to type, click-driven product. The only thing that consumers need to type is the PIN of the transaction for a prepaid transaction. happens in 30 seconds. You can also, in the checkout, block high RTO users. So if a customer has very high RTO, we don't show him COD as an option. You can also have, this results in almost 60% increase conversion. So most of our clients, and we kind of guarantee almost 20 to 30% improvement in conversion rates. Like for any customer who wants to sign up on this, less cart abandonment. So yeah, that's it, our side. So at Shiprocket, we are your new growth partner. This is a new category for us. We are very excited on this. Thank you.